Chairman, Saturday we Ghana ni bi obey na dwene say okofa politics, party politics, e de akobo Ghana abro no nyame mfa ne bone nche no. Ujidi say oni obi we NDC munti no okoto ama Mahama. Like just look at it. Listen. Jesus Christ. Oko America, Ye bisa say 4 years and he was honest. I say 4 years on to me fanya she. Because Mr. Bansa so share your constitution now. On send the cabinet in ye. On confirm the agency for the 9 jobs after ye bebu or mine. It's already 2 years. In the side 2 years now, Kano, and she say ya ban pound a hairdress and wubenya. Wo kuyanina wo ti wura mu na ye country ya muntie no mo bo aka odi wi na madwene ase no emwa ban na mama de be ma say 2 years no. Oni hwe obeye o. But on dey na ketu ya beba. Utie. Okoso a ye be ma no big pension anya ni bra. We a state man. You know we practice the American system when it comes to presidential. Once a president, always a president. Meboa. So we serve you akopim da ubewu. Mahama to every year be a man 4 cars. Your man yiri 2 cars. You say tuya na appointees omo ye adwuma man ni na aka. Omo ta aban pay rules when na ye ka say. And that's also Mahama cars 20 enam so a fuel egumi ni na aban na fail ye. So he's a statesman. And this say greediness and boni a ope so be di Ghana. Oh baba ye di ayin. Teacher ni aketua ye de ma no e lower than that ketua wo je ne because ye hu se ni amabo okosoro enti aban no so aye den e increase wo pay wo so wo se da bi o Mr. Nick dia wo no ba ya otumi ba ma ade no etua wo ka no onya ade dia won kasa wo kwakira ade teacher ni tumi pagya ne nsa esi board so be 2 hours or the copy note me bo a se do be ya enkola betumi akopi e de ekosua ade won kona sebe sane shirt kakra na wo ye no chok wa se ho ni na abram ye wie so ese ye ntua ne kapo no watumi anya ska ni bi di akoye den e di akoto shirt fufuro di ashem ene ye tua wo ka ama aketua na akosoro chin di adwon Mahama wo si hey ene okoto iron lots ya iron lots Mahama time na iron lots ye 5 cedi. Na one kasa wonya kwasi ampani sa iron rods here 5 cedi na went me si dan kra ba akokra. Wo modam. Enti ye bio so we a teacher ni. Na we school 2013. Ya mfa wa adwumam. Na aban bia be fa 2017. Etua unimi bi so obeka ya 2021. Ebra na oman no ho akire na ye nya hwe ekufo adotumi gina ne nan so editafo ni bisa 20% kola. O se 20 ni de mi nya mamo. But menya 15 amamo. So you are getting 15% cola of your salary. Yes, or man but he is paying you. Dia no man no went yauka. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Mama yenjai san amo di bia amo nkana ade ne de we di na we be di bi na NDC for de ye no na ya na ya som ya no soche ya no bodi edi be didi na mo abadompe no ho enti mo twim mu tan no na ye pe na yezu na ya za na ye mefa na ye mea nkwasi asam nko a enne wo kotashi fishing and landing a year on my first ni premix and to question who and na kra na eja ya o mama e connection bi se nkofo bi kra tumi di kosi wuram ni ebubu che ni wuram and na Bawumia say yamfa ma MPP chairman yamfa ma NDC chairman wa register say wo agba iboto a wo de ya adwuma asafari ni no fa wo card be den bra beji premix no and na wo ba so based on the bigger a year no any release gallons na dem out enti ene sa de na nka be ko MPP ni bi ho na wa chairman the party for and e be ko NDC ni bi no digitization nti ya level playing field no e wo ka ganyojibo ni ota o premix say right now you must not go to your constituency chairman's house to go and collect that ka there ni akenhaboe no ka ba o premix. What is even good today? They say the same Bawumia has brought outboard motors that are solar panel. They are solar powered. Mesrao memo bi andada o say dollar na say you say dollar no cost runti koto about 50 aban or dada. Anya sa ubebisa ne say Mahama ba edie no so oye bema dollar na ba from. Na mo bisa ne say obeye president no from 2013 to 2016. On my 1 month pay mempe 2 months. 1 month pa the dollar was lower than the CD. In CEDA under NDC. But under MPPSC. Around President Kufuor time, we do baby now $1 was 80. Somewhere July 2008. 80 pesos to the dollar. Papacho, I feel we're tuning in within the Felix Appiah high political zone. And buga ya can boom. I'm share na my studio no kasa. And then we will buga studios more Ghana live. And then enkomo kakra bi na mebe pese ebedi. Aka kakra na ye koto aba. Eye 20th of November na Felix Appiah mebe lande ewo Ghana. Meba nyame adaro ma travel quite extensively for the little time mabaha no. And se we MPP ni na utie mi a mesrew. Memma obi an kan kire wo da se MPP fo lose sa election we eye tro. Memma obi an tenan kran especially in kran en kan kire wo se NDC fo atumi apekwan bi adada nkrofo nti no sebe MPP elusu. It is a lie. Because Ghana is not Accra. Utie Ghana enya Accra. Accra is in Ghana. And Ghana by now has 16 regions. For those of you who follow statistics, I've already told you, say, per the data and per the voting patterns you have in the past, no. If NDC, time 10 regions, no, say NDC bet me win power, they must get more than 6 regions in order to win power. President Kufuor to me the 4 regions per Eddie winning power. Kufuor the first term, to me the first just 2 regions I the call runoff. Or the 2 regions per Ashanti and Eastern and the call runoff. What that tells you and then they say ende sabane say ye koto aba NDC4 have to win a minimum of 11 out of the 16 regions in order to win this election. It's not make a chance say, Mamo Masana, and I have Felix, and I acquire grounds to say, and he has synchrophone, yes, there's a lot of diabolics going on. But the fact of the matter, me made to me a dinwa dance at and say, Ghanaians are not ready to hand power back to a dead goat. That I can tell you. The NDC base is still the NDC base. The MPP base is still the MPP base. Now the fight is between the people who are in between. What are you doing to what? To boost these people up in order for them to vote for you. And that is where you would like to see, or that is where you will come to appreciate, say, Sa NDC for one way the day, one way the omotwabro, tomuyem sebe. Adena make us 1. You started say ye election who ye. NDC was in opposition. Some of Abraham people opposition, they were telling Ghanaians what they would do. Some to Obama, and I'm talking about President Kufuor. In the end of 2016, you know, na and some na all catch Ghana for free education, planting for food and jobs. Na the no, na a bit in Ghana for them itrim. Meba Ghana. Adia ba kwa wobete. Na eya na mobo. Utie. Etoda eya na me ya esan ye me mobo na de eya na mobo wo ho ne se me ba ye Mr. Bansa se me nam na se me bisa obi se obeto aba ma hwan na okaso obeto aba ma NDC a na me bisa ne se e die nti na obeto aba ma NDC. And the funny thing they tell you say ebere Kufuor ba no na Gary Majrin no na two cities and then sabe Gary Majrin no 3 cities. Just say akosoro 1 city after 8 years. Mokra no first to Jimmy na sabi olonka no utumi chemu be 5 ton and olonka no kra nso. And this is NDC. Usho obi na obisa ne say obeto aba ma hwan na okaso obeto aba ma MPP a. Ubisa ne say dey nti na obeto aba ma MPP. These are the things you hear. Me pesa me ba ko school. Me ba wo school. Me ba wo nursing training away school. Me ba wo teachers training college. Me ba wo university. Me ba chira ade wa ha. Me ba ye say inti me pese sa future ne to aso. Endra a point in case. Me fa papa penny kakra wenyi ni kakra. Me fa no Uber. Endra me call Kasapa FM. Ena me fa no Uber. Ena me ne me boy in this nitty care mo ayeba. Na yeba na papa na started so kasa. Because na or general say na Ghana for credit na ye pese de Mahama babak. Na me so da aden. O say akwane ne nsem ho kani na backward so from there no ka kire me say hwe say Bawumia wo we say me wo we me to me to electricity e wo me phone so. This is an old man. I'm talking some instrument can over 60 years. Uber driver. Or see, ejuma me ye, Uber, ejuma na me ye. Digitization am de me akokra me ye digitization. Na Mahama ne di okojina no kasa ena me ba nkokon nketen de ade na sabio last me ko get to be me ne boys bi ekohwe bo mu wo na no girls abebe around. Ena me bi so mo say Mahama so ba obeye phone wa ma mo na mo amopese mutu brudo no ase sa man ne dey forget sa man no na bra me o twa me am so bi oton brudo. So even the young girls are seeing say there is no future in obi oso oba beye phone na me to me rent one bedroom veranda po me ni bi ye che veranda me the phone ni be sin. Mahama doesn't think about the things he says so. Well, who say I go to school to study policy. Okay, and to make up policy to solve a situation. That is what I went to school for. That's what I'm going to school for. And before you put a policy there, you must first of all see the feasibility of that policy, see the effect of what you will do to make that policy relevant, and then what will be the impact after that policy has been implemented. In this okay chairman say, me to single room, but obey your phone one me na me dia to blood, the phone no ekusi. One no na ndom wo ga no mo se omo pa adwuma ye eye mabunu meboa e mabuna he no mo papa no kura si dan omo tura ebi wo abekokura e dan kura ba na na igum ye the phone no ikusi. But when you are desperate, okay, to win power, now what's na fear 8 years enya nyansa sem ya nka nkire Ghana fo a bibi obi be respect good trim bia, you see it as viable and then you want to do it. Now back to the man no. The man ne kan ya e kire madwene ne say o say brother mama ha mu hu ye ne nim kro na yetin no na ye ka se kroma ye din no enkroma time kura na Ghana start no na ye papa no se kroma ye din aban bia ni wa ba ya ka se Ghana de ye totroto aban bia ni wa ba wa be nu asabi anopa obi anum okuma dada na kuni wi a obenum ayi ekwegbemi ana rice water ye wi a ewia no we di abete na enumre ni we di dokono di ada. There is no government that has done that. The only government that did something close was Nanado government during the COVID. On when we kakra chechema 1 year poor at the poor areas. But that is not how you build a country. Sa ban bi mra no meden omra menu aduane ma. But why do we vote? We vote because number one, me your hairdresser ni. Ebre bi atwam no se me light ba Monday amenya bio na ye Wednesday. Eno kura ba e kakra bi. Enti sabio makoje wedding contract. Me huru sister etimu wie ya me de ne share dry mu a Mahama se waje ne light. Adwuma bo watum wo kofie. Ende ampa gari olonka no ne buo kosoro. Nansu mitumi koso light eso dryer e de yeden etumi de ye adwuma e ma minye sika enti se wo ye hairdresser na nde wo ka kire me se sebio mpreduasa gari no magiri no kosoro na wanjwe ne ho ansusu se yo magiri no kosoro Mahama time no na magiri no wo soro nsu sika kura wo de beto magiri ni bi no eni because hairdresser na wo ye uni light. Uye babeni unima afini blade unim yi na kombedo because machine a wode be ya adwuma ni na dum sofo ye susom. Question na me bi say bisa na very simple. Sa wo ka kire me say o wo papa wo sika na wo yare na se sanka wo papa tumi de say sika ni bi ye den e de sa wo yare na ye den e de ma wo na so o papa hwe wanim yare na wanye den wansa yare na amfa amaw e ma yare ni ku o maame akọware be ma foforo o ware be ma no be ya na otwi mienu na ho start say edodo now be ma foforo na wafa wo ne say okay mi wo sika kakra wo ho na said de be ya wo ho beto na wonwuo because wo am ntumi mfa wo menti no me de sika na be sa wo yare na sa wo papa second one no to me e de sika na down na sa wo yare a e de na wo ka kira me say o papa dada na ne sika da ho a ohwe ma wo nua ba wuye no e ye papa e chen de sika no o de asa wo yare nyansa nim na men sai bre kura no menua me pese wo bo eye adwumayefo fa omo eyi to onipa wutie mende obi bia wutie mende mama menka asem nkyira mo say in the year 2015 NDC John Dramani Mahama government echo IMF say omo kwaji bibia ye friend policy credibility no ma me de ba enne twika semu a de pa kira ne say wo ye obi a wonni uhuni wo jiska wontua enti obi a mpeso obebo obosia de kira no no enu nti se obebo obosia age se wonya obi ma ne gira wachi e guarantee ma wo say oh wo de fama no wantua me ametua policy credibility enu nti ena IMF for edin hyehyeye ma MP NDC for say they should not hire. There was a freeze on public sector recruitment. Adentia, one more yede abane yeden, abane no fa omo adwuma mu no, yentumi ntua omo ka. Na se yentumi ntua wo ka, eba ne san ne yesan ma wo fa nkrofo bebre adwuma mu. That is the point. San nkrofo ya so san ka say, ye fra bibi wages ana aketua salaries and wages. There had to be a freeze on public wages in terms of increment. Inti yentumi ntua ketuam. Because minimum no mukra no yentumi ntua e de ne yatum e de ko high. Sanyama we ni na ye niama John Dramani Mahama e de Ghana foko shemu. Enti wo de Ghana mbabu na adwuma a na ese sanko omunya e de kosi a wo de 918 million in 2015. Ghana for Majuma, Odikosi Awa. And notice so even though say John Dramani Mahama beton unemployment at 2.17, no, offers not unemployment at 5.6%. You can check the records. Me metina head near tro me can na was wabo na was wa check it. Me say ejuma enam ejuma na ye ka say ejuma ni ho no is because say 1 year aban fa won ejuma mu no ye ntuma ntua ye ka enu nti sanka Ghana fo bo mo hu musuo bisabanza ena ko mo san koto aba edema John Dramani Mahama anka 2017 there will still be a ban on public sector recruitment. We a teacher ni am hwem wo Facebook no evidence ne da ho no. Ghana Education Service Western Region or say ban on recruitment still in force. Regional Education Officer 4th February 2016. Now this is my case. They are Osaya dear way your friend David Afram, Samukai Mr. Aframa, Director of Education, Western Region. Mahama na all promises say, or no ba or bema we jumano, na bemuno, or the sabe band added to a teacher for so, and when to be obeying no craman who be a teacher ni, now we are in school in 2016. Sorry, 2013, young post 2 out to 2017. I am the boy be young phantom, your friend a day, teacher Kwajo. No, I know who comedy be. Or no, I can say UTV can say 2017 another buy na unye juma. It may be a teacher. And Nutina Sabo and the do baby are not all but here buying another way. Because under Mahama, you were unemployed. But under Nanado, you have been employed to the point where you have now become a country sensation. Because also who lapses be our system no more, you are identifying. So it made you popular. It is a way a teacher Nina catch them say. Dia Obaya waketuya wantu. Dia Obaya aketuya no kura wobedi dia mawono. One farm man. Na enuhunti or the 3-month pay policy. My year juma 3 years. Yes, you bet you am a 3 months. Edia, dia yam ye shi was anxious a young on crown say. Woman we ya no man see natural letter say. Teachers na almost tried no. Some of them had fraudulent appointment letters, so they have to go and reapply again. Teacher near what tried 3 years old. Edu say yentua ne kano and this phone this guy yedi betua ne kentino yes in the paper yedi fa na adwuma mu no fraud. Now we a teacher ni na nde wo ka kire me say dokuno ye 7 seed nti wo koto aba de atia de wama wa adwuma na wonya me na ne wo bedie onyame ondai o onyame ondai sa wo ka kire me say wo kire ade 3 years no obi tua wo 3 months pe. Now since 2017 to 2024, Nanato was say Ghana, Watiti Ghana nyede, Ghana say ye to me tia woka, ewo bra, yende woka 1 month pa. We are pay for. You can't tell me somebody didn't pay you. Somebody is me patron, Mahama wono, but you not milk ye free. Didn't you buy it? Me patron efo. Then yefo, adentia. Your purchasing power was even low. Teacher near ketia yedema lower than that ketia wojenene. Because you say niama bokosro. Enti aban no so ayeden increase will pay. Wosu say there be o. Mr. Nick, dia wono ba ya otumi ba ma ade no etua wo ka no. Onya ade. Dia won kasa wo kwakira ade teacher ni tumi pagya ne nsa. Esi board so be 2 hours or the copy note me bo a. Said be ya enkola betumi akopy e de ekosua ade. One corner sebe sane shirt kakra na wo ye no chok wase ho ni na abram ye wie so ese ye ntua ne kapo no watumi anya ska ni bi dia kweden e dia koto shirt fufuro dia hwem ene ye tua wo ka ama aketua na akosoro chin dia John Mahama wo si hey ene okota iron lots ya iron lots Mahama time na iron lots ye 5 cedi. Now one kasa wonya kwasi ampani sa iron rods here 5 cedi na went to me and dan kraba akokra. One more dam. Mr. Bansa, Mosi ade na airfo anda Mahama. Ana meboa. Airfo no went to me and dan kraba akokra. Ena me ba ye. Ena me ba ye. Me boys are me job kromu Collins. If you see the amount of real estate they are doing, and I asked them, where did you guys travel to? I said, Felix, we told you to come and live in Ghana. Ghana, if you're a hard worker, you will eat. The only thing is that most of us are so relaxed because we have a lazy party that has led us for so long. Lazy party and this is about baby amount, but to be there, they are buying your shame. Give government more power. Don't give the private sector. Give government more power. Social Democrats. So we a teacher ni. Now we are school 2013. Yam fawe jumem. Na aban bia be fa 2017 etua unimibi so obekaya 2021 ebra na oman no ho akire na ye nya hwe ekufo adotumi gina ne nan so edijafo ni bisa 20% kola o say 20 ni de mi nya mamo but me nya 15 na mamo. So you are getting 15% kola of your salary. Yes, oman mo ayedin, but he is paying you. Dia na oman mo nya de no wentua oka. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Mama yenjai sanme. Amo dibi a amo nkana ade ane de we di ana we ye be dibi. E na NDC for de ye no. Na ya na ya som ya no soche. Ya no bodi edi be didi. E na mo abadompe no ho. Enti mo twi mu tan no ane ye pe. E na yezu. E na ya za. E na ye mefa. E na ye mea nkwasi asam nko a. Yes, young Cobo and Fankoye campaign. Oh, and correct. A ban kwasi no more idea campaign. There is no political party in the world that or Tonkwasi and no machine, Sebi, NDC. And no, there's a own Sakura Obesa. And I know me, I'm a face a MPP for him. Obetan crying, bidi, hey, and number. Mr. Bansa, Bawumia kasa yebe training 1 million youth in ICT no. Wo bit to studio set tenkunan cry enemremu 2024 tenkunan cry. Na akwasi ampafo ni de akire ye sa echimisam. Same hunu na 8 years mo de atno position akwasi ampa brana. Ba nyom na de me kwa me na mfesa yan MPP for nyom. Because I yan shada we say anthem no kra shada anye de. Say MPP anti ya de new we had a journey. Arise for Ghana. You ba na say duane die nko a. Ye rising ko didi. Arise nini na no. Ye fanti gari photo so man ni. I think the time has come to rethink our future. What type of future does Ghana want? We are not money under John Dramani Mahama. Yes, me and this no problem. But under John Dramani Mahama, as a NADMO worker, I wasn't paid for 26 months. The MPP government I don't like has paid me since 2017 to 2024. You were a NADMO worker, and you are telling me, say, the one who didn't pay you for 26 months is a better manager of the economy than the one who has paid you for 8 years. You are not serious. Why are you doing it, man? Sometimes it's not about insult too. It's about how the rationale of Ghanaians, some Ghanaians are. I just can't fathom it. It doesn't make sense. Unless for you, but unless for a video, for those on Facebook. Nurse ni wono or then a cra to her. Unless if you say a dangerous man. One of the dangerous because oyarifobi wo tumi kra de boat trimi praw e ya no nkwenti. It is a nurse ni bi tumi nyane ahomache. E fa trotro. E be hwe obi. Moje ense so ohu kra ne wahu. The ense so pepa na wa pepa. Obebe fie aduane kra wo ntumi ndibi. Ne bofu no no. Na waye adwuma na wo mampani wantumi antua ne ka aban fofora ba atua sa nipa kon ne ka men nurse for ye ka wo mo a one of the well paid professions in Ghana. Today nurses are part of it. It is not the best as compared to where I am. I'm in Canada and nurses are well paid. So I would expect say the parliament would enact something ebema nurse fa ketu yakosoro cause adwuma mo ye no enye adwuma ketwa. But it is better than what it was in 2016. 2016 crowd here. One kasawaye jumana yentua oka na yesi yentua oka. Into Collins. Yanka asemu. Uye juma makoda. Okay? Koda entua oka. Baba ye ejuma ma Ejaya TV. Ejaya TV tua oka. Usio Ejaya TV nya papa. Otua me ye pa ba tonya papa ba koda na na ye ntua me ka na ye papa wati bi da o ma me kura mo o ma me kura be ka se no wo kwasi ampani me be we nsua de. Oh yes o ma me be ka se wa tete kwa because sabe se wo bi so odo na wo wa ketua ese ye de ma wo he Bible kura ka se ma eja ya wo betumi aboa me we quotation o say memfa odwuma ye ni aketua ye den eni me boa so memma ade enchi odwuma ni aketua wo chen o sa ba ma ade ponchi so na tese o ye se otua no na obi ye adwuma 26 months na wantua ne ka na obi ba betua ne ka for 8 years na ka kire me say enne gari olonka no ya to suko 250 enu ntie nyina no so emfa to aba mma wa the American say me pa cho mami nurse ni mami lawyer ni mami doctor ni aban ni emienu eni ama ne bo okosoro but otua wo ka with high premium into betumi ayeden afford it ba ko so de wantua o kakra na watumi ayeden watumi atode efo no kredi onyame mfa abone nchew chairman Saturday we Ghana ni bi obeye na dwene say okofa politics party politics e de akobo Ghana abro no nyame mfa ne bone nche no ujidi se onimo obi we NDC munti no okoto ama Mahama like just look at it listen Jesus Christ Oko America ye bisan say 4 years and he was honest. Also 4 years on to me fanya she because Mr. Bansa so share your constitution now on se send the cabinet in Uncle Fanny agency for the 9 years after ye bebu or mine. It's already 2 years. In the sad 2 years now, Cano, and she say, "Ben Pan, I won't dress and Wubenya. Wukianina, what you Ramona, your country, a Muntiano, Mubaka, we are no marginia saying, and what buying a mamma de Bama said 2 years. Only she obey you. But on it, I get you, Ababa. Utie, or Coswa, Yabaman a big pension and Yanni Bra, we a state man. You know, we practice the American system when it comes to presidential. Once a president, always a president. Meboa. So we serve you out of him down. Mahama to every year be a man 4 cars. Your man 2 cars. You say Triana appointees or more Jumaman in Naka. Omokta a buying pay rules when I say. And that's also Mahama cars 20 and I'm swa. Full legumin in our buying a failure. So he's a statesman. And it's a greediness. And no bonny opes obedi Ghana. Oh, Baba, yadi. Akolabia your kind of so called Mahama and Kadian Wobey and womb. Now, NDC leadership, almost Bopatina bro and Nameka. Me NDC but Mecca. They had candidates like Spiugabra. He was there. They are candidates like the guy that I like. What's his name? Away. Joshua Labi. That guy should have been your presidential candidate. Joshua Labi was supposed to be your presidential candidate. Mini anum grafo munyai dokuno na Mahama say no na mopeno or somebody a movie dokuno ne china come keke na ya de shoto kakra kan. Let Mahama know that the guy also want to rule this country. Let Mahama know that the guys are not just about dokuno. They want digitization. They want free education for their schools. And then woko teshi fishing and a landing area on my me. First, the premix, and to question who. And now, Crana Ejaya or Mammy, a connection between Crawford to me to see with me, a bucheni with them. And now, Bawumia say, young farmer MP chairman, young farmer NDC chairman. What register say, what out by you both to our year Juma as a farinino, Fauka the bedding, Brabaji premix. And now, Basua based on the bigger. A year one, and he release the gallons, net them out. And see, and Sadia Nankabako MPP Nibi ho. Now, what chairman the party for, and never call NDC Nibi on digitization into your level playing field. No, a walk at Ganyojibu, Ni Otawa premix say, right now you must not go to your constituency chairman's house to go and collect that. Kadeni Akenhabwe, no Kabaye o premix. What is even good today, they say, the same Bawumia has brought outboard motors that are solar panel. They are solar powered. Outboard motors who are your day area and air power. What is that going to do? Going to reduce your cost of doing business. Because premix wedding. But solar day, I mean a day change. And you say air boy, you know, so air panels, no so now they nante. Okay, you are a fisher folk, and you tell me that the government you begged, the government you have voted for ever since 1992, couldn't build the landing beach or the fishing harbor for you. But the government you have never voted for has built these things for you, and it is helping you. Now catch them and say, well, you'll be out town now. Now we'll go to Abama Mahama, went to Mama landing beach, went to Mama fishing harbor. There is something wrong with your brain. Your brain don't want development. No, the way you did the attempt, it is your brain that don't want development. Because so call Mahama ho, say on ye a yinimau, and I'm a boy, on your landing beach mount. 1 year. Uko Keta, President Kufo crowd or discato ho, what would this kind of meboa? And then Siota never bua for Union Kitaso. Keta for, and then in Siota never bua for so. And this I would ticket and I'll catch them say, I buy now Wako Pesca. We end this no problem. But Wako Pesca, the sea landing beach, the heading, at the amount Keta. SCC defense, I will go so see Keta, oh, quiet, you may question now. Catch them so no more, papa. Now, the woman MP, woman assemblyman, woman the president, woman the DC, yes, NDC. When to me, yes, I am on the moon, I bet to Obama now. One cassa we and I was standing. You are stunting your own growth. You are not thinking outside the box. You are thinking about party colors and not your success, not the success of your children. Now, media mini baby, But say you see bibi mu ye de a na esan comment mu ye de ana meboa nti se me wo sika da ho na meka ne adum a me nkoto bi ngum nti Mahama so ka cho se no wo sika da ho ena na wo da dum so mu a o nipa ben o yo mambofo o pese o business igu na wo de wo sresre ana meboa because according to them they left a robot economy meboa. That's what they say. Then to what robust economy na scan one when to me and top bulb and shower my light na yejuma. And I'll show you how I made you go here. Who your man before? Very. Just say, you see, when you think about this vote, you are on. Can you clear? Sakagana forbid no cre. Na ye sa one every one. Kebe clear. Mimia, bonus for na yinamame. But more than a bonus for na yinamame says here.
National leadership of the Ghana Register.
And the Kufuado, ya tutum edumem. And the Kufuado, ya make sure say, waketu ya wojeno, akosro chain bra na Mahama wono. Ebra Mahama wono muntie, ubi antiebi.
The Nurses and Midwives Association has given government 14 working days to abolish the policy whereby workers are paid only 3 months arrears after working for 2 or 3 years.
National President Kweku Asante Krobia was speaking at a news conference here in Accra.
In 2013, government introduced the 3-month payment policy, where public sector workers who had worked for more than 2 years were paid only 3 months arrears.
We hereby call for the abolition of this 3-month salary arrears policy and call on the Ministry of Health and its agencies, as well as the Ministry of Finance, to revert to the old policy where all salary arrears are paid at a go.
It has given government 14 working days to abolish the policy or risk a nationwide strike.
1st to 6th of November, the wearing of red bands. 7th to 13th of November, withdrawal of all outpatient department services. Only emergency and maternity cases will receive attention. And 14th November 2016 onwards, industrial action begins.
Again, the association was worried that over 2,000 of its members have still not received their salary arrears, while some of them have worked for 16 months without salary. The association is disturbed that the Ghana Health Service is charging between 100 and 160 cedis from nurses before conducting interviews to promote them.
We therefore call on the Director General of the Ghana Health Service to halt this arrangement and to desist from this obnoxious practice in the coming years. If the trend continues next year, the association will definitely advise itself. Meanwhile, we advise our members to desist forthwith from paying any interview fees to any facility where they have to attend interviews.
On psychiatric nurses, the association asked government to provide the resources while entreating government to also immediately transfer second-tier funds to the custodians.
Enti, we are back. So we see a video now, a boy and a mom on Facebook now. It is talking about nurses. Your school, a year, Juma. Nampo no say, a befa upo, a Juma moa. I just out 160. And sana, ye kululu be divided, Edwashe baby. Now, nurse ni akwatiti moja. Abrafa wen min yes na ketu ya bayafa. Yeah, the policy be by a friend a 3 months pay policy. How can we tell any nurse ni bia? Obeka trem say, abanya wo common salary, common o. And yes, I won't juma. Dia wo ye juma for no crown one farmer no. Eye papa chin abanya we tuya from 2017 till now. Nyanseni. Now fe men switch conversation ne kakra. Enfanko eye dollar. Asemuya eye na mo okay. Mesra o memo bi andada o say dollar na say you say dollar no cost runti koto about 50 aban or dada o. Anya sa ube bisa ne say Mahama ba e die no so o ye be ma dollar na ba form. Now my son say obey president no. From 2013 to 2016. On my 1 month pay, men pay 2 months. 1 month per the dollar was lower than the CD. In CEDA under NDC, but under MPPSC. Around President Kufuor time, we do baby now $1 was 80. Somewhere July 2008. 80 pesos to the dollar. Okay? Now, sir, what's here NDC for where you want the cancer dollar same more? Almost said that can be a friend of nominal figures because I don't know count obey to me the dada. But to be your economics, I will name accounts to be any say your free BB rate of depreciation. That is what we look at it. Why is it rate of depreciation? Yeah, the dollar nitija and I'm a boy. I buying and I say every business be or planning for months, weeks, near the ahead. And to say ne when him say or koto sache we $1. Now the bet you know koto the $2 and yes stable. The depreciation no like it is everyday depreciation. The rate it is depreciating at. That is what businesses don't like. But currencies would always go up. Currencies would always go up. The question is, Sanka, ye no be a ya june say ye beto abama Mahama no ye bisa ne say Mahama say oba dollar ne den no be ye ama na kofom. Dollar na aba 16 no oba e beba 10 na say beba 9. Ontumi nkasa, ontumi nyesa. Enti sa wo kofa no ho now the kotu aba what o baby da achi oku free education egu. What you say? O baby a o sister baby a ye wuja no no what ne da achi ayeden edi egu. All in the name say dollar kosoro. Na and then ya maybe ya na ya me ya ne say ye nuanom ye ton agbelika kro ni kube wa bontin. O betre no so ka dollar asem. And Brian say dollar ne kosoro ntin say ne ye bon 2 cedi. Who agbelika kro wura no. Ah who agbeli main yet to be seen ho vote kura no sabi ento it say to me buso kura me to da abekoni guo. Chechere kakra no fedi bi no. What the dollar beton sabi agbeli mani agbelika kro. And one man this ni ada da say dollar kosoro. And we gina na and business nya kura. Sister we business be patcho me ton go be. O ton go be. Gobe dollar. Tale no. Yama why too cheap for NDC. They have found a way. Say Ghanaians like to complain about everything. And so can be kakra manisha before he's going to agitate. And that is what NDC is running. Mr. Basa, I have no problem if that is how they want to do. My problem is what is their solution to the dollar? Nothing. Yet Tiana Bawumia say 2022 mewa dollar na boy and call 17 and or say yenye bibi to say gold for oil. What happened? Dollar near turn 17 and call for more until recently I say about 16. Dollar but me ba match na dollar 11.50 mewa. Me ba this year match dollar was 11.50. At the end of 2022 na that 17 no ye to be ye yama na ye den eba 11. It's now 11, 12 until May 2024. And I started saying a rocket tibio. This all catch them say. I buy no buy, I went to me my dollar rate nina. Now every year we depreciate no. Better than the idea say you were to me in a year. You are a wicked person. If I just what I say. My argument now no. Utrimun anything on your Ghana. Petro, Collins, 2022 petrol was 23, 26 cities. Mewa, any diesel, 23, 23 cities. And the petrol dying. And you're 14, 12, 14, 12. And this how catch me say, me yari, no. MPP doctor no to me war mema from 23, me de beto 14. NDC doctor ne ba ya na de ne da 14 ono went to am na for mu wo ma ne ko so na catch them say no mu ye papa we ya bro sam na asra wongo se kona ko say aba umpega ne yi. Because if you look at the depreciation as we have it now NDC is still about 2% higher than the depreciation we have currently, and it is a fact. It is a fact. unemployment. John Mahama buy ubi ankoshe ubetumi akọ online. But unemployment for 2013 Ghana it will tell you 2.17%. What is Ghana's unemployment rate, or what was Ghana's unemployment rate in 2013 when Mahama became president? Opa bueno she. Obi a utie mi bia kwa also dey so na bohwe. Obi say, but they buy oil to fry the agbelika kro. Most of agbelika kro no kuba anwa na yede chie. Kuba anwa ne adwongo ene yede chi. Ana mo fe say sebi yen wi bi. Enipa na de fry to chi e say agbelika kro. Fry to kro wo de chi agbelika kro enye de. E local food. Ye de adwongo na eche, ye de kuba anwa na eche. You see, this is how they are. They always try to find a safe haven to propagate the stupidity they do. Well, me pato den amount. We cross say 2.2%. Into 2013, Mahama ebe fa unemployment na na da he. O de ato e ha mo mana. Fatu o mo no mo hwe. Now we are but 2016 unemployment rate. Now we are for 2017 unemployment rate. Fabra, and let me show you the reason why. Ghanaians should not. Mamu yes, a mistake we be o. Utie, because ye decide way. Ye decide way. Edidi. Eye President Kufuor. President Kufuor ye Kufuor middle income country. And yes, say be akokra. Sa time no kra na power any ho. Yes, wa kwa won tafo. Say nena Kufuor ntafo ne ba Ghana de ayenim. So okay, Jezela hwan. You see, NDC is such a own him. Is so demonic. Say yes, say you be a fire. Who say yes, say ni pakono. So long as you benya vote kakra, the aye yen be vote kakra no. Let's go all out. Na Sebianka President Kufuor ye di natem. Say nye beye ene honhom bone na asra NDC fo ni bi nwa. President Kufuor you be a ye di natem. Na obedi natem pua. Say be papa yi onye disabled. Or ye nipa bi or wa. Em so munya hu Kufuor da. Kufuor is a thick tall guy. As he's getting older, the weight is getting on his knees. Internet sende obi already over 85 or something. Yes. At the wheelchair more. How has that got to do with idea with the obi disability? And he didn't attempt. So, and this, you see, and this is the reason why Obi our wheelchair will be a sanko to abediti NDC. Because oh yes. Because Oka James said me wheelchair, Muna said me wheelchair because I mean a tia me car. I wouldn't even the entire wheelchair. It's an insult to me. A brochure and a brochure and Ankasa Quanica asem now. And can ride away, you better jai communication right away. You can't disrespect the disabled. But this is NDC. Don't they get vote from the Fulani? NDC, they are voting, around 25% of Fulanis vote for the NDCs. But they were bold enough to say, yeah, I'm a Fulani ni may say the first lady. Where Jimmy? NDC ni Jimmy. Because en Crofona muko muhokoji vote no. Ono di ometro ba ma na wo di president won. But ono di opeso ofuro ba nim di awonye ni po Fulani ni to onye nipa. Me se sa aba we. Se nye beye ni abro na abebi ni mu a. John Mahama is I concede say so before fro and NDC for the omo ba yanke be different. All right, yan sha de. Me pa to confirm kakra. Confirm kakra. Yan fa 20 ana mo me pa to there be ko 208. Ko 208. Ko 208 mami. Okay, no. Okay. 2009 and NDC for be far unemployment rate in Ghana. Neda 5.35 meboa. 2010 echo 5.38. 2011 echo 4.23. 2012 echo 3.9. One for a idea magic in 2013 Mahama is the president. And 2.17. Didn't I tell you? 2.17% unemployment. Mahama efra benduamu 2016 no. Utie. Mahama Ofra Benjamin 2016 no now unemployment da 5.24%. Appiah Kufuor ne Bawumia almost almost say Ghana no. From 5.24, yeah, they call 3.37. Eswati, meboa. Yes, and they call 3.25. Eswati, anameboa. Yes, and they call 2019, yeah, they call 3.20, 3.16. 2020, 3.29. 2021, 3.34. 2022, 3.08. 2023, 3.08. And see, even with unemployment, Mahama was not able to reduce unemployment by a single digit. And then I see a minor say, yeah, I could find you to be told, I'm going to say, I'm going to ma, you chuma kokra, you yan chin to. What's your samuqua? Adrianena. It is sad. You know, Ghana is now registered with the World Space Agency. We are trying to go to space. This is what we want to do. And you are thinking about Mebuno so Yabama Wallington boot. Na Yabamo Abobo ya near the polytank can see about Kwesi actually near Mamo Sekai. Na ututu kata. O katanu wetutu. And only a day employment no. Unemployment na ye no. Mahama scorecard na me di achire no. Into question maybe sane say obi a wutie me frifie. Me won kola me nu. Ba kunya 80%. Ba kunya 55%. Me pa chomu me nu na ya de. 80%. But then this for say debi ye koka say 80% na ya de e be kire say yenya party ma power. 80% ye ba ye de ye still ye de best. Jimmy, when the figures does not support the nonsense you are churning out, it is foolishness. Again, yes, your man writing. Maybe I am an auntie. If I tell you that North, I quite Koso, Ashanti region, a quite Koso, Central region, a quite Greater Accra, quite Koso. I'm about to go to the Western region very soon because I have special assignment to do there. And from all indications, things are going on there. So how do you tell me, say, Collins, they went to OBSC 12,000 kilometers, OBSC 4,000 kilometers. They are wasting 4,000 kilometers, and they say, or no, I acquire baby, why 12,000 kilometers. No, Nanka MDC for no more kind of sour home. And now, Mr. Bansa, almost come on, almost say, oh, yeah, propaganda cracker. I'm okay with it. But you cannot force the lie on us and tell us say ya nya dia mo NDC for mo pa mo be kon ye be go street ye be she tie ye be bun tokwa na ye jimi nko kwasi akeka ye di yan koto nyomo mra ye mfa nyimi na kwan de kwan ye di na jimi sa ye di ni jimi sa so okwa akoto yi me ka kire mo onyankopon onye na de basa o onyame. He is an orderly God. We are Christonia, nyame, or ye orderly God, onya na die basa. Mahama nankase book or troye. My first coup d'etat. Or say, decision making is what? Is the hardest thing for him to do. Now he makes his mind like a man that has been pushed on a hill. Says obi a bicycle so. Na ye pian won konkonso. That is how he makes up his mind. And that is the person you want to hand Ghana to? After where Ghana has reached, baby a Ghana you want us to return back to the days of doom, to the days where you were a teacher, you work for 3 years and they pay you 3 months. You were a NADMO worker, they don't pay you for 26 months. He wants to reset you to that side and you think that is what you want. Somebody is talking about upgrade. Somebody is talking about upgrade here. Yamfa Women Development Fund. What is the Women Development Fund going to do? Obu wa sebe opama de. Banko to me eska kakra de she maybe anko betumi afọ obi aka no ma na ye adwuma. Employment has been created, right? Say yaka say onko fa bibi mesi awowa onya. But we dey say for Ghana card bra because it is a fund. Ye dey ato wa ye dey bo amba. And your women a bank. Na man kwa na be adwuma. You see, and you see his ways are so archaic. Man kwa and na ye ko say e man ne mema no nkono mo so mu ni o mo so nkunim no. O pese o kan ma hye mo nko mo bank. He's not serious. And whoever writes his speech and whoever like advises Mahama is the downfall of Mahama. They don't want the man to be president again. They don't. They might be smiling around him because Utmiko say anyway to bon as a leader, like your words has to be a bit. But he doesn't. You see, he doesn't see the all can say because at the end of the day, no come bobu fuzela. Oh, unkwane rally da. Oh, yaba jiji obi amomo. Ni amamu ni na 500 mu yiskana na mwedi. Yaba. Eduane na aban ne de man kola no ye bejai ye discard be ma headmasters for no no mu kokroma o ma akota ponche no ma akota odwan no ma ato agbelima no ma ato benku no ma ato ikpeyi crayfish no ma be ye aduane. Mr. Bansa, you see how criminal he is. Abide emo bags. Esichire bags. Echo school of for crano. And yet join news one of I said the headmasters were selling the food. They were said, Diana young farmer Yamano, Appiah thought that Dano, Adriana Mono Crano, headmasters Winivia. Then they also would discount echo sentence. That is the word. Mahama not general and Mumian Kano cray. Some of these things we should stop playing politics, no your penina, and your quasia penina, why I know. Adiana Yade, Diana Bra, who and Crawford, Prasa, young farmer, Colani, Yatanaswa, Yedi. Was I fed you obeying his camomo? And he did that for a reason. So he said headmasters maybe any briska. And I'm a wa. Aha, inti say, O to me bomodiana. Oka say, oh, yeah, this can be my headmaster for now. Omboka koto abama no. E chale biche na mama si oba. They say canteens can yan ebekwa koto. Into ebekwa koto because opetuba yeden. Ati. When Bawumia is trying to use digitization to curb it, he is trying to find ways where we can do it the old way so people can steal. Mahama is not the option. I share the same birthday with him, but he is not the option. He is a fine gentleman, but when it comes to leadership, he is bankrupt. Very, very bankrupt. Because we are not all born leaders. That is what we don't get. And you by force obey leader. Now you are free or sora mawa. Oh boy. And that is what is happening with Mahama. Because when you listen to his utterances, and then someone all can. Well, Sebi, answer no be lodina backside. Obe down be Christo Nino. Now we are ablution. We are Krebuni. Yes. He was never a Christian. Mahama's dad was never a Christian. Who said Mahama's dad was a Christian? Their dad was a Muslim. They were raised in a Muslim family. You understand? They say no. Assemblies of God elder. Okay? And he sits there and maligns a religion. Says Sankrofu we don't want to be the president. Inte Christo for Nkotwa Bentiao. But Mahama Namzungu says Zungu for Ntwabamano. That is the part I don't understand. For the first time, God is going to allow the Quran to be used to swear. For the first time in the history of Ghana. Yet the Quran never swear. Kremuni bisu watu wadevi oyeme famia mia untine mfano. Ya mamu opportunity no nene meka kire me nua no kremofo na ewo MPP mu no. Modi mama NDC for na damo me ka ne ha me Bawumia me boss ba kope. They know me and I know them very well. But me ka kire mo ne. Like when you kind of look at the way they are even talking, it doesn't make sense. You are a Muslim, okay? Your religion have always been seen as a minority. By God's grace. And then when you lead the BIA, and yes, and Kramofo haven't tried to be president in this country. They have tried. Alaji Mumuni Numuni na. Mewa. Yanka say Aliu Mahama. He tried. You know, just say ye mbumupo. And now you say ye akurubu. say ye akurigo say ye akurubu muni na mudi ade ye den eyeye enti Ibrahim kofafu sei na momfa Aishetu ne yenkoto aba ma ye nua Bawumia woto so da bi onye na munyimi gramofo no meka kire mo abudunum Razak nom munyimi na kwan we mfam Aishetu meka sa waye wanum su se Yezu eyeza ye ka hwe awuntie koto nkwase aba koma Yezu eyeza na wochina bi kramoni bi begyina so opetumi na yamfa amana mo be yam anim sa Appiah wa apem se asabi asantefo yenyiyimu ka wadua ke no mo betwe papa because we put our life on the line so you guys can also be represented. There were other capable men in MPP that could have led the party, but we saw that at this time this is the man that has worked and showed say obet me your mind so Obotons the chairman. Yeah, but I bet me 12 a.m. on the other. Me jinko nyasa. Me to me botons and I'm in yafa. I didn't know. A mamma yes, I'm in yabre. A mamma said the team. There be an Ukrainian come. This is the opportunity for our Muslim people. Recently, somebody tells you, say, we you full and in your first lady. Now maybe you full and in na masia fa me kukru mutisa me koto aba ma party na they don't believe in me say full and in can rise. So me di me so. You are being a foolish full and boy or girl. This is your own. Samira is your sister. Asantefonya ye dia ye di na chi. Achim for ye nya ye dia ye ta na chi hwe. Omo twe no kra ye ye ntwe no. Na wa ye twan. Say na na hu na wa ye twan. Say ni o twe no kra ntwe. Ah, na na do wa hu na say. Why fresh rough? Why trying? That day on I'm no Commissioner General. Why yeah, Juma 90 and no say. And I cry my MBA school. No could be. Then my MBA hospital mama no be. No why yet there's a tin with team wa because his record speaks. And the opportunity he is giving you to say hand over to Mahmoud Bawumia. Or ya chimney. Boss you be support Bawumia. Now wale nino. One sorry we di me anku kan say oh koto NDC. No dey Jimmy me ka kire mo. Monda wura mu ho, monda hwenu mu. Na monya bokontokwa na mo fa nyim mo ho. Ma mo mma ni mma mo ho so na mo hu say mo de na abenti mo bedi na chi. Education. Aban be na aba wa lift education to this level. Nobody. Mr. Bansa. There was a time in Ghana. Chalk konkonte yen hatan konkonte nkotro ne ye nibi. Utie. Aban ben na waba Ghana from Nkrumah to now where to me a commission 80 schools, 80 schools in a single day. Amumba sa aban ni din. And this away awofo na utie me. Na o ka kire me sa aban bi ba ye chalk wa na aba de betro kra wa nya bi ama. Aban bi aba wasi 80 schools a oba benye mu mfaso onu mo nye papa oba na dachi na wompe. You are just selfish. You are thinking about saving your money now cause pesa angwa no be na ke 2 cedi na we discuss ho but oba na dachi yeah ya na se sika no be wager ho instead of sanka be invested in the life of your child. Debbie, the man is not telling you the kind of fast Obama and one about from. He's not telling you that. Yeah? MPP for buy. Now you want to from a graduate unemployed association. Samokai. I'm going to affair be the choir napco. And almost Jimmy Cotier Sami Jemfi, a choir demonstration, and you try napco. So okay. Okay, says Sami Jemfini, Sam George. I'm only on Mokoye, and Muntia is sick. A buying beer for a Jumem. Napco was not a campaign promise. It wasn't part of our manifesto. Hey, idea ya ba ebe hu se ni pay team $100 nti yem fa mu 100,000 na yen cho mungu nnwuma so. Ukure degree ya ma 1,002. Uni degree ani ama 700. What na ma aban na pay so want to me anka se graduate for nko pra gboglochipo na yem 100 Ghana no. We ga just na obi a degree pa na age 1,002 some dem fini no. Ya ma ya den ye cha napcom some Jeffy is still the he's the communication director for NDC Nisikaba wo nap koni na wo bedi na chi no ye twama wo tifie wadwene no Ghana ni wadwene no adwene no yama adwene na jimi ache adwene no yama adwene na dache obi ba ye wo se wonya magician no wama odan ye adwuma no discard to botom obi say nya hwe na we a university student at that time it was an insult. You know what the man said? Or say when our university keeps churning out graduates with no experience, we can't employ them. Because you're a graduate for only chew and poor graduates. Obiako school 4 years, 6 years. And they have a degree no, and you chew and poor. And to uncle papa ya bo or paya months ni bedu no enya trip back no akoton. Se won to me papa ya bo bia wo de cutest na waka. Enti wo mpese oba wurebe wu. Ko twitwa sere na ton ma wo mo a sebe wo mo ye mponchi ni nwan no. Obi se ya nche wungu wo ye nurse na enfa nko hospital bi na koye adwuma kakra. Wo ye administrator koye kakra. Wo ni degree ebe ma 700. Wo degree ebe ma 1002. Say ye fa 700 for no nko a napko no. Every month bi ane ye say 7 billion. It's 100,000 for no see the year even see 1,002 now near the year 700. 7 billion cedis every month. This government coughed for 6 years. Now I bind the car, I bind the car, Eshigu. I bind or the car service canada. We had the buying for crab metrial. No, I must have been the fiabe that and I will be a graduate. No man yard, no man yard, and I'm way yanny chanamco. And me, I'm happy that thing got cancelled because they were ungrateful. Oh yeah, I'm sorry I'm saying it this way, but I was happy they cancelled NAPCO. I know, Mr. Bansa, as a election time, I shouldn't say this, but I had to say it because it is the truth. That's my true feelings. Because somebody picked you from a place where you couldn't stand. When your problem kakra, corona no kakra. Now I'm buying now went to me I'm 100 Ghana and they say koye demonstration tia buying my yet napko. And the utifie. Sami Jenfi sorry I'm afraid press conference. We are not going to utifie. They say one day Jimmy. Oh, one napko nina okotie Sami Jenfi ni koye dede no. When we Jimmy ho. Utie. Let me tell you. NDC has nothing to offer. Medemanusi no. NDC has nothing to offer. Say ebano all the macroeconomic indicators are. Say the Mahama record there was no macroeconomic indicator he was able to turn positive for the 4 years now no president. These are facts. NPP a say ye crano. Inflation ekoyako 54%. And inflation at 22.1%. Debt to GDP as of September, no, as of October 2023. I'm saying now that 93%. I cannot. I know we normally be the share, IMF no because I feel you. I see a balance of payment support. No, so they because we trade my worker. 93% debt to GDP, and the debt to GDP now 62%. Mahama connect that 73%. How can you tell me so we all condemn to GDP at 73? Obi so the after Corona ni be at the 62, but the other 73 are better than 62. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Abatu Ayeko Tui, it is for the future of Ghana. Dr. Bawumia who say India for ye or my is because of IT work. India for or India or yeah, American company or yeah, Ghanaian company. Because they have studied the IT. But Bawumia say, Sabi, IT nya they have this all school. We just have to teach you the interfaces and you know what to do. Yama laptop kakra, usha with them. Oh yeah, Juma will be Japan. Oh yeah, Juma will be my Norway. Oh yeah, Juma will be my Germany. Oh yeah, Juma will be my Appiah, US. And you are being paid in dollars because you are working for a foreign firm. So they don't pay you in cedis. Your money comes in dollars. In this all catch them says Sanchi Shayana Bawumia de Banimbo papa. Utie. Nembo Yansha Wellington boot. Yama wa bobo ya. Niamfa a politan kanamebwa kakrakani bintum. Nafa kwaye adwuma as babunu na no na apa. I'm sorry. Beye wo fie na so. We complain about cars. First, what did Bawumia say? Let's use electric cars. Add into cars. Electric cars are cheaper. And or the 100 electric buses are starting here, Juma. Offer bus, electric bus, and then offer free Accra the car enter 6 cedi. Offer free Accra at the car Amasama 7 cedi. For regular transport from Accra to Amasama 7 cedi. So gradually we are bringing solutions to solve the problem. Mo be maya kodi amoni angwa so na me ndidi bi ade me buy MPP phone bi kra no ho ye me hin. Atoda na me ra ho. Ya de ya nto aba na mso ade na mo nto aba na say chairman t-shirt yo be chair ye do. Na 3 colors na oyiyi man nkro for me say fita ne penem enye say we nya t-shirt ni bi o pe 3 colors. Say no so mo dey call dance you. Say dey call him you. T-shirt yo when your t-shirt into on to aba. Oba wo free education ai. Me ba kra we nursing. Nso me nto aba. T-shirt ni me nya bi. T-shirt. Me se me ko kuma se me konya na bibi ya me. Wedai meka. Ejuma mu ti ayi. Asante Ridge holding no. Ene chairman ba ye chairman na ye gina ho. Che no kro mo che yo ma yen. Che. Wo bada achine no ene che. And they say, you got to be serious about this country. T-shirt. And the moment and the minimum about 1,500 will be a magic in Koshe. T-shirt. And that's where you be. Now, unim, the I am one say, Ukon Krasina on. To Mr. Jam be cost upon no share NDC and people know the gym with China Camelas when they go in answer. But dress it rough. Party T-shirt. The Ashemia. Or the address the dance move sa obenya guess wa kufi one touch shirt papa bi our share party shirt na the address ya kokrom and dressing no please I'm sorry but some of these things it just be a man minya free Ghana achintia but chale Saturday nyame ya adoma minua the choice is only one osono open ko konketenkete dia unim baby abeko but say opese obadache ACP na Ghana fan ntoma pefrade a eno ane number 1 His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eniama bebre wo a opeso ye na so obetumi aye age se wanya parliamentary backing obetumi de aye entimen ka se parliamentary candidate obaye no sebe o che anwa no wanya bi anwa no benya bi wo de wanya bi afame number sa anwan kwa na obegina so de ato aba de amsrew fa me number na mento anwani bi mawo na koto abapa na fa gi wankasa wo daache ye no mu bi na abrochire ne yati o me de bi ameka me kwa abrochire na mo 14 years I've stayed there for 24 years I'm 40 years now me mawo I don't need anything what you say but I want Ghana to also experience the things my kids are experiencing. Me ba Ghana match, me try take it in a buy you. Check the ticket price alone. But me dey do because me pese ye be 2008 mistake ni bio. Me buy en kaboga, ka me shefie ne ye no anuane ma me na nka me ye de midi. So baby wa de whole day kra na me didi ye. Me didi a, dokno kra me say fu an kra me ntumi. Because I'm always on the road. Felix kwa ha, ye na nkrofo bi no we no nkokasa me because we want to save Ghana. Menko babro okoto aba na men nwene ho say yes NDC for den tokwa beba na ye ya boa ye ho chiom montwen ansa NDC for na moma ye madwene say mode gidigidi beba afi we no montomobo Albert Kumsin vote number 8 but to vote number 8 ni wi akotena fie na se mu lusu aba we na mu bejimi say 20 be say boa ye Akufo-Addo mu do ye wicked rock boy ya be boom sa time we no on ensu a ya noa e de asi ho se mumu bi no mo se mo ye nkokọ enti ya fa water tank se me spray mo ensu a police fu anoa de asi ho no Saturday wo de ekoto aba na to wi amenko fie na ya ho kwase yampani kodi yi akamba no mo achi se wo bebo asum ya aso we are foolish boys they know us eh ba na Jimmy Samaye ne yginam twitwi moto ko share party t-shirt ko twi moto wo ye MPP ni a menko Jimmy already doctor ne have a meeting waka kyerɛw sɛ wo a wobɛkɔ akɔdia to trust election we bi abɛtwo man kasa wo yɛ adwuma ma Dr. Bawumia onimu obɛma yɛ de wakɔ kɔto waba wotu wi akofie opa afa wo phone tie radio na tie update 5 do na so obɛkɔ voting center wa kɔ wobɛtumi correct na fie yɛ bobɔ wi a wakɔyɛ de ayɛ wo yɛ MPP ni man kɔhyɛ MPP t-shirt yɛbɛbo wo yɛ NDC ni man kɔhyɛ NDC t-shirt yɛbɛbo mama ma yɛ mama ne nkɔyɛ gidigidi because this time ni yɛbɛbiri mu kɔ yɛ hu sɛ NDC foɔ no ɛyɛ plan wɔn mo hwɛ hu si wɔn mo belusu a na wɔn pɛ sɛ wɔn de takahye bɛm na this time boy aboa yɛ ho no boy yɛbɛbo nkurɔfoɔ wei wɔ kurom ano hwɛ boy yɛbɛboro sa wɔn de sa nkwa because you know they made people die thinking that they had won an election. Double bon crofo to what the chiman. Mokotna court you amusi mu ni evidence obi awukwa. Ya bese ahwa mama side the same kura the same na baby. Be say this time boy bo na me afi we no. They say manya gym teacher bi. Ye ni na de hu besim. Ni ya brimu amopa because ye hu say Jimmy Sam na ba to makoma ho no. Ya ntene so aba ye de no NDC de sa no me de Jimmy ewu. Ya mpene sa de ni bi o. Wokọ akoto aba. NDC na apa fakoto NDC MPP na apa koto MPP Cheddar na apa koto Cheddar uwi akọ ufie boko media dia meka kire wan say ye pese Ghana kọ nanimu dia ye nto number 1 His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ene Dr. Matupoku Prempe ticket baby a osunu ni gina no eho ena ne ba ni gina ye mpe independent biara ye pe obi a sa asem bi ba obetumi aba presidency abeji den abeji tumi e de akọ eno ene ye hwehwe menko ye tutura asem na afi we obi bewu abatuo we mu a emoa ne bewu emoa no a ho de ye sa no mo se mo ma ame no mo e wo mo ya mbre ne ntimu begimi mo de party begimi no mo na mo bewu mo ma mo ani na ho koto aba boko oto aba wi akọ fie 5 ba tie de ekoso me sure crass the way economic dynamics because it says 16 regions it might even lead into Sunday. I think say by Sunday ni enya clear idea of whoever is winning or whoever is losing. We MPP ni ulusu atena ba ebidin onyame so ntie lusu because ya ye adwuma nyame be kan Ghana fo akoma e mo mato ayen so we NDC ni na ulusu a we NDC ni na ulusu a we NDC ni na ulusu a abudu kofie Razak kofie Aishetu odi mema gro ayensin Jimmy ye shijama wushibi ye shiwi wushibi men ko shiwi station wo ye ba buru akun yo di amaka no okwa koto number 1 men ko ye to trust them na minim se me pa cho obi antumi wi abem se abana ye to no obi antumi wi mema obi anada MPP wi ayawe NDC ye wi ayawe obi antumi wi abem because ye the biometry na to and this ain't can na utumi kotu you know as ya da no ho aba e na mento ye ya sapon ye okay ya sapon fa say so we this so a ye hu se wa beto abadada until this time utumi wi em until o me gina na NPP fo be wi abam you say ye wi abam wo Ghana dan say kra abawi akra eni ho bio utie abawi a wo hanka Russia for no they won't go back to Russia. The Mahama de omo ba yi said until no more the pressure too easy so we want the code no that code ni banaka kaka nti baby anka MPP woni na no MPP to 10 na na ate so 3 MPP to 7 na na ate so 2 nti abeba na vote na den reduce is encrofo anto aba so na yo mo no mo reduce amfa jimensa no oya nkrani won oh stubborn girl pa oya stubborn na koma den because what these people wanted to do Chema, what these people me see Kumase Oma Jenkrofo voters ID card no mama 30 million. Na fe na man who says our card na NDC for them home to me fan kotwaba. So we have to go to Kumasi and make a report. A police complaint over 32 women. We have to make a police report. Said be NDC coordinator now or woman she has he's Ashton on umbe to me ede card no GG free man or na ede amom. They are diabolic. And that is why they are going to lose. They spent their whole time in Accra on Accra radio stations, paid Accra radio station to do the vile propaganda without thinking about the rest of Ghana. koye o final rally me de ma no si kra wa ba sen krofo aguo Asante region has 47 constituencies meboa na wa ba se bi afi bro ne ade ni na aba na wo hu nipa o si me so da ya na se mani so na ebiri me wani so na ebiriu na wo ba se o mo ba na anim sankasa bi wo be gina stage so a nipa bebere na abehu one said Dr. Bawumia had 2 constituency rally crowd. Single rally spec. Each on 2 constituency crowd muda. But you see the crowd he pulls. The silent majority are going to speak. Kotuaba na tuaba pa. To number 1, Dr. Bawumia da number 1. To MP also da number 1. And kaini the jam life mom. Onyanko ponti na nim nkyerɛ no nya okese. Asobɔne ebetie yasɛm de akoma ya tamfo yesi. Anybody ebe hu ye de ama ya tamfo ye fra anobɔne ebe yi ano aduane ede ye ho adanse krum ye katum wana edwene ye ho adwene bɔne dambɔne awiri fre nye won kyefa wana epe ye nam enwe wonam wana epe ye mogya no wo mogya ye hwo ahamahye adin mu amen mawie medase